Protests at UC Berkeley erupted in violence after some masked individuals threw what appeared to be fireworks and started a fire on campus. Now, what were the protests about? Apparently, there was a professional troll scheduled to speak on campus. I have a policy of not naming this individual because he literally says things to be provocative and get attention, and I don't think he's worth our energy. He purposely goes to very liberal college campuses and says that he's going to give a speech, and usually it leads to protests, which feeds into his argument that liberals are against free speech.
Jesus Christ.
Now, keep in mind that this is someone who has said some pretty terrible things about pretty much every group of people imaginable. NBC Bay Area showed a group of people grab a metal barricade and smash it against a door. Apparently, the violence was instigated by a group of about 150 masked agitators who came onto campus and interrupted an otherwise nonviolent protest.
Even the peaceful protesters I disagree with, not because I'm against protests, that's perfectly great. Don't protest this no-name person. If you don't go to protest, 7 people are gonna show up.
Yes.
He doesn't have any real fans. There's like 7 trolls in the country who like him. You make him out to be such a bigger deal and he loves it, so stop protesting him.
Yeah, you know,
let him just enjoy the sound of silence.
He's literally a professional troll. He says things that are so outrageous because he wants to get a rise out of people. Don't feed the trolls.
And he's dying to be a victim. Everything is projection. He says, oh yeah, the liberals love being victims and they're special snowflakes. No, he's the specialist snowflake of them all. And he's like, oh, I need a safe space, right? Oh my God, the liberals are scaring me. Nobody knows who those mass agitators are. The authorities don't know, the cops don't know. So if you're saying they're Berkeley students, you don't know that at all. And everyone in the media that said that should immediately retract it. Okay? And by the way, a true progressive doesn't do violence by definition. What they're doing is smearing you. It's such a terrible idea. They're the right wing's best friend. Because then the right wing goes, you see that? You see that? They cause violence. Now we have to take further and more aggressive action. We can't allow these kind of protests. While meanwhile, this guy who was speaking is like, I'm a First Amendment activist. I care about the freedom of speech. But the protests, we got to get rid of the protests, right?
Yeah, that's exactly right.
And by the way, the anarchists, are they left wing? I don't know what the hell the anarchists are. I know they yell at me all the time, but like, okay, if you're for no rules, no laws, I think that's not left, that's not right, that's just off the spectrum. Could the right wing come in masked? Could it be 4chan guys who come in to cause trouble so that they can then turn around and do exactly what they did today? Oh, you got to take away the funding from Berkeley. I mean, they're teaching science over there. They're teaching facts. Ugh, we hate facts. The right wing hates facts.
No.
What a convenient Reichstag fire we just had. Stop protesting him. All it does is gives him the attention that he loves. He's a fraud. He's an actor. There was a reporter with him when he got kicked off of Twitter. He went publicly and shed the crocodile tears. He's like, oh my God, I'm a special little bitch. I'm so hurt by this, right? But to the reporter, he was like, I'm so excited. I win. They attacked me. I win.
A student body at a university in Colorado nominated me to come speak at their school. The students nominated me, and they tell me, oh, the school board actually voted against having you come to speak on campus because they didn't like what you had to say about Donald Trump. Okay? I'm not gonna go around, again, like throwing feces at the wall and calling for a cut to funding because this conservative school board decided against having me there.
But maybe we should, Anna. You know, so all they conservatives ever do is cry and cry and cry, and then they get their way. And then the university is like, oh, I'm sorry, here, take college Republicans, how much do you want to give them, right? And then he makes a ton of money from that. And then idiots as Simon Schuster give him a ton of money to write books because they're like, oh my God, he's so interesting and popular. He hates everybody. Oh, that's so fun, right? Meanwhile, you know, when progressives say things that represent 60% of the country, some conservative douchebags on a board somewhere who are like 98 years old go, oh, I'm doing it. No. We cannot spend any funds on progressives. So it's, you know, maybe we should go on these campuses and cause a giant fucking stir. The problem is that we won't have any protesters because there's 3 fucking conservatives per campus because they're fucking non-existent, okay? All they can do is put on stupid little masks and troll away. And the rest of the media helps them tremendously by every headline being out there going, Berkeley students riot, right at Berkeley.
A polarizing pundit.
Ultra-conservative columnist Milo Yiannopoulos.
Milo Yiannopoulos, who is known as an internet troll, a self-proclaimed internet troll.
Trump supporter Milo Yiannopoulos was due to give a speech against sanctuary campuses for undocumented students.
My name is Milo Yiannopoulos. I was due this evening to speak at UC Berkeley about cultural appropriation.
So the disproportionate attention that it gets is maddening. And now they've got the king troll in the White House,
Yes.
Donald J. Troll. And now they're all trolling together with an objective of destroying public education.
I'm not in a good mood.
Yeah,
so
they'll use
I'll do
legit
my
crazy
best.
people when they're there, and when they aren't, just send in right-wing provocateurs, possibly, and then ride that to getting what you want out
Yeah.
of policy.
I went on 4chan's forums and I found some stuff,
God.
but that's pretty,
Really?
yeah, I did, because I'm like,
Right
this-
now it's speculation.
Right
but
now
she's tracking
specula-
down the evidence.
Yeah, I feel kind of bad for the audience, to be honest. Like, I feel like I've been too salty today, and I'm trying to keep it under control. To be quite honest with you guys, it has to do with one story that I feel very emotionally attached to, and it's just the idea of public universities getting defunded because of what I think is a clever strategy by conservatives. So, more importantly, you get to say whatever you want, but then don't go crying because people disagree with what you have to say, right? You like free speech, right? Then why can't you handle protesters?
Yeah, he loves it.
He does love it, I know. And again, he's a professional troll. He's a professional troll. He doesn't even say things he means, he says things that will get him attention. There's obviously a wave of that happening with Tomi Lahren going from tweeting about popping her pussy in her social media to all of a sudden, like, I'm a good conservative woman with blonde hair, and how dare all these black people do these black things? Yeah, okay, yeah, you were popping your pussy a few weeks ago, remember? Okay.